more about it on the broadcast. I'm joined by Ambassador Pradeep Kapoor. He's an international strategic advisor. He's joining us from Washington, D.C. I'm also joined by Pathikrit Pain. He's a geopolitical analyst. Good evening. Namaskar to the both of you. Ambassador Kapoor, let me start with you. Lots happening in the United States there where you are. Super Tuesday is now here. Super Tuesday means a super battle, and largely between Donald Trump and Joe Biden is what many observers like yourselves have also said. How is it really moving there? What's the latest there happening?
Thank you, Shreya, for hosting this discussion. It's a very important discussion for US. There's a lot of excitement, but it's also a very important discussion for India and for the world because of the impact which US has on the global scenario, on US-India relations, and on many other aspects. So there is a lot of excitement, and there are a lot of positive feelings also and negative feelings also about Trump getting this unanimous Supreme Court backing to be able to go ahead and stand for elections in the ballot without any further hindrances now. So in a way that while the cases will go on and be irritants, there won't be major disruptions now for him. So he will be able to focus in a positive manner towards the content and the issues of the election rather than getting distracted by appearing in different courts all the time and having to cough up huge amounts of money, more than $500 million for fines and penalties and fees and dues. So to that extent, it makes his path very clear. And the current polling suggests that he is leading in the polls with Biden, and that while the lead is currently not very significant statistically, but it is increasing. And on the other hand, Nikki Haley, who has been in the battle till now, the general understanding in the US is that today will be the day that she announces her dropping off from the race because she has not booked for any ads beyond today on her elections, on a campaign. So, plus, while the funding continues, because she's getting funding from the liberals on the Republican side, as well as a lot of liberals who are independent or Democrats. So she continues to draw funding from across the board. But that also will taper off. Some of the biggest PACs have decided to stop the tap completely for Nikki Haley now. So it's going to dry up very soon. US is a very transactional society. So once the, funders realize that there is
that's
no
what we
great
thought,
potential.
Ambassador Kapoor, that she would actually withdraw. Last time around, she lost to Trump, but she did not. She continued there. And in fact, she did win one of the primaries as well. And perhaps that's what given her the boost as well. But Pathikrit, lots of issues at stake. And lots of people actually also believe that, as compared to Biden, Trump would be able to handle the issues of economy and China much better than President Joe Biden. Do you resonate with that? What do you think would be actually the outcome of this Super Tuesday?
Good evening, Shreya, and good evening, Ambassador Kapoor. I think more or less it's a foregone conclusion that it is a formality. Trump is going to be the Republican nominee for the presidential election due, late this year or early next year. So, frankly speaking, yes, you are right. Elections, especially the elections in a democracy, are all a matter of perception. And so far as United States is concerned, I think there is generally a consensus or a perception about this, that Trump, had a lot of issues with reputation. There are criminal cases going on, but so far as stability of United States is concerned, so far as certain issues of foreign policy is concerned, I think Trump, the era of Trump might have been far better than what Biden promised. Let me tell you a couple of issues. Today United States is going through an inflection point. An inflection point in the sense that it is an era where they would have to learn to live with other major powerhouses. They cannot dictate the terms anymore. Now, against that kind of a backdrop, if you see a series of faux pas that Biden administration did for whatever reason, or maybe under compulsion in the last 4 years, including the hurried withdrawal from Afghanistan, which did not do well so far as the public relation or perception of America is concerned, or the Ukraine war, which today they're finding it difficult to sustain, or what is happening in Middle East, which this generation, when they're seeing in YouTube and TikTok, they may not support, Biden for whatever they're seeing. United States may have strategic imperative to support Israel, but the perception about the young voters I'm talking about. Then you talk about the issue of illegal immigration, which has today, completely gone out of control. There are 12 states, hundreds of cities, which are sanctuary cities, where you cannot even prosecute somebody, even with a criminal record, who has crossed over the border. And today, there are photographs in cities or places like San Francisco, where even within the police station, illegal immigrants are residing.